In today's video blog, I'm talking about a topic very close to my heart, and it is about being a sensitive person, being an empath, being someone who is very much impacted by other people's energy. I talk and write a lot about being an introvert, being someone who needs to retreat into her own space to feel my best, and today I came up with my 3 tips that I use for navigating the world. My first tip seems pretty simple, but it's actually taken me until adulthood to totally get it, is to accept that you are a sensitive person. And what I mean by that is I spent so many days, years, months powering through lots of group activities, not taking enough time for myself that I needed to reset with my body, with my soul. And I was really just trying to be someone I wasn't. And then when I felt tired or exhausted, after being in large crowds, I just started to feel really crazy. I thought something was wrong with me. So on a very deep cellular soul level, step 1 is to accept who you are. We're all different, and if you're sensitive, that's just who you are in this world. And as the famous quote says, God doesn't make any mistakes. You are no accident, and you're here for a reason. So really love that part of you. The second tip I have for being a sensitive person is to communicate in a clear and heart-centered way. And what I mean by that is I personally have done lots of things when it comes to communicating that I maybe need to take a break if I'm traveling with a group, or if I need to just find a quiet moment to myself. I used to get really creative and say, oh, I'm not feeling well, I have a stomach ache, and that stuff can just feel like little white lies, which are actually lies. So you want to really show up authentically with people who you're in a relationship with, whether it be friends or significant others, and clearly state your needs. And that can look like something such as, in order to feel my best for the rest of the trip or the rest of the day, I need to take 15 minutes to myself to meditate, to reset, to drink a lot of water, and then I'm really looking forward to showing up and hanging out with you after. So don't do what I used to do, which is just kind of like scoot off and make up excuses. The more you're authentic with the people you're in relationships with, the more you're going to give them permission to do the same, and your relationships will deepen. My third tip for being a sensitive person is you have to come up with your toolkit, at least 3 things that can instantaneously bring you back to feeling more centered, less overwhelmed, and more like you can show up fully in the world. My 3 things are personal space, so feeling like I can, retreat to my apartment even if it's for a few minutes, drinking a ton of water, and also making sure that as I move throughout my day, and I live in New York City, so it can be a challenge, to not rush around, because if I find that if I rush even for 5 minutes, my body, my nervous system, it can't take it. So really coming up, and you can write it down in your phone, you can, put it on a piece of paper and have it on your fridge, the 3 things that are going to anchor you throughout the day so that you can show up and be the best you in all of your relationships with work, with significant others, and with friends. So I hope these 3 tips are helpful for you. I'd love to hear from you, so go ahead and email me. You can write a comment. I love hearing, especially from fellow sensitive beings. And if you're not sensitive, I also want to hear from you, because I think it's a beautiful experience when people who are in the world differently can start to understand each other a little bit more.